If there's one thing I feel like we all can agree on, is that the Forbidden 5 should have got a bigger role in Season 3 Part 2. Hello everybody, and today we're going to be talking about Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2. Now when Season 3 Part 2 was coming out, I was really excited for it. I was really excited to see what they were going to do with the Forbidden 5. And the main reason for that is because the Forbidden 5 has so much potential. And then the season came out and any shred of personality they had was gone, stripped away. Which was really disappointing in my eyes. After that disappointing realization, I started to see more problems with the season. So I'm going to be going over the good, the bad, and seeing if Season 3 is a good season or a bad season. Okay, now starting with the bad. Now at the end of Part 1, Thunderfang gets free and he's able to do pretty much whatever he wants now. And what does he do with his newfound freedom? He stands in one spot and stares at a well all day. And I know the well will give him all the power he wants, but you need souls for it. You could eat souls. So tell me, why doesn't he go do it himself? Or at least have him and the Forbidden 5 do it? Because that will make the process go a lot quicker. And if he wasn't able to put souls in the well, I feel like they still should have had him do something else instead of just sitting there staring at the well. Okay, now on to my second piece of criticism, and this one confuses me a lot. Okay, so after a couple episodes, we finally make it to the Cauldron of Bones. So they go up to it, and then Lord Raz over here decides to go and tell Aaron, "Hey Aaron, go throw your friend into a pit of lava." Trust me, it's for this really cool sword I want. It looks good with my hammer, which comes with my first problem with this. Why does he need Sora? At first I thought it was because, well, she's an elemental master. But then we find out you can just throw any random person in there. And if you can throw anybody into the Cauldron of Bones, then why bring Sora in the first place? You can grab literally anybody else. He had the map to the underworld. He did not need them anymore. He could have just took a random person there and then just got the sword a lot faster. Okay, now on to the thing I probably hate the most about this season. Because it takes one of my favorite characters and does nothing with him. And that character is Zane. The character that not only just in this season, but in all the other seasons of Dragon's Rising, has been nothing but a soulless robot with no personality. But in Season 3 Part 1, they finally started getting back on track with his character. I was excited for the first time in a while about what they were going to go and do with his character. Season 3 Part 2 finally came out and they put him on a hot air balloon with his robo-wife, never to be seen again for the entire part of the season. There's seriously nothing you could have done with their characters. Okay, now with that, it's on to the stuff I really like about the season. The first thing I really like about the season is Thunderfang versus the Archdragon of Focus. And some of you might go, oh, this fight isn't good because Thunderfang should have won because he had the power of a Source Dragon. And I agree that the Archdragon of Focus should have never won that fight by any circumstances. Because Thunderfang had the power of a Source Dragon by his side and the Archdragon is just an Archdragon. It's like a bug trying to fight a god. But if we ignore that, this is a pretty good fight along with all the other fights in the season. Pretty much all of the fights with Raz in them are some of my favorite fights. Which leads into the second thing I really like about the season. Lord Raz. Probably one of the best villains of Ninjago history. The reason for me why Lord Raz is such a good villain, it's how smart he is because they could have made him the dumb strong villain only there to serve his master. But they didn't do that and they actually made him a smart villain. It doesn't matter how strong your villain is if they're not also smart. Looking at you, Forbidden 5. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the land of Lee. Also, Lee has tasted human flesh before and you cannot convince me otherwise. Look at that face. Look at that face. It just screams I ate someone. But aside from that, I really like the place. And while they never say in the show, this place is pretty much just a cult. Also, for some reason, Lee is just creepy to me. I think it has to do something with that smile that he always has. I have never been creeped out by an Ninjago character ever because, you know, they're Legos. But imagine waking up after surviving the freaking sky being ripped open. Just for this guy to go and tell you that everything you ever known or love has been destroyed. And he's just smiling at you while he's telling you this. Like, please keep this man far, far, far away from me. And that's the thing I think I like about the Land of Lee is just how unsettling it is. Nowhere in Ninjago will you find a place as creepy as the Land of Lee. Now, is Season 3 Part 2 a bad season? No, I think it's a pretty good season overall with just some problems. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.